Good morning and welcome back. It is morning, it's currently 10 to 5 in the morning. I'm off on another adventure, another long distance walk. But to get the walk started, I need to flag a couple of trains down and get myself to Ilkley in Yorkshire. And then once there, we can make our way to the official start of the Dales Way. I'll see you shortly. So 3 hours later and 3 trains later, we've finally arrived in Ilkley. I've just left the town centre, making my way to the start, which is about 3/4 of a mile away. Let's get this adventure started, the Dales Way. So here we are, the start of the Dales Way. So we're starting here, all the way up to Bowness. 82 miles. It's official. We're heading that way. So I've had a few photos taken here. Right, let's get going. The Dales Way, here we come. 82 miles to go. Mile number 1. Look at these places. Look at that. Like some sort of Swiss Alp thing. Wow. Imagine staying in one of them. Absolutely beautiful. Right next to the river as well. Got their own hot tubs. Very nice. I wonder how much it is to stay in one of them. So it looks like we're going through some sort of caravan park. Yeah, still bang on course. It looks like we veer off and back down to the river again. This could be a problem. One of them has got this side. See you later. Don't know how they've got out. But yeah, one of them appears to have escaped. I hope it's not going to be like the Cumbria Way cows again. We've not done 4 mile yet, there's already cows in the way. I suppose this is Yorkshire, this is the countryside. Yeah, they're not bothering anyone. Just have to stop back there and take the hoodie off. I'm starting to get a bit warm. I then realised I haven't said how long I'm doing the walk over, so I do apologise. So I'm going to do the walk over 4 or 5 days, and I say 4 or 5 days because the forecast is really good for this week. It's giving sunshine and blue skies every day. So my initial plan was to do it over 4, but if it's going to be good weather, then why rush it? I'll do it over 5. So we'll just have to see if the weather comes true to form, the forecast is right, and just see how it goes on days. But yeah, 4 or 5 days we'll have the walk done. Today's plan is just to get to Grassington or past Grassington. If I can get to Kettlewell, there's a campsite there, and I'll camp there for the night. It does look like there's a few wild camping spots before Kettlewell, sort of in between Grassington and Kettlewell, so that could be an option as well. But the one thing I have got against me is time. We are now mid-September and the nights are drawing in, so it's roughly going dark at about 7:30. So I don't want to be walking at 7 o'clock still and then pitching the tent in the dark. I'd rather get to where I'm going to be camping, whether it's on a campsite or wild camping, at around sort of 6 o'clock-ish really, and get the tent and sort of just chill out in the final sort of hour of daylight. Yeah, I don't want to be putting the tent up in the dark and sort of making me tea and everything in the dark. So that is basically my plan. As you can see, it's absolutely glorious. So if it's like this all week, why rush it? So we've reached the Farfield Quaker meeting house. Just going to pop in and see if it's open. Looks nice and cool in here. Wow. Got to stand up there, haven't I? Love places like that. Pretty cool. Lots of history, and it was nice and cool inside. So yeah, on a hot day, definitely worth popping in for 5 minutes. Right, let's crack on. So I've just entered the grounds of Bolton Abbey, and this is the only place on the walk that I've been to before. Everything else is unknown and brand new to me. I came here a few years ago with my children. We had a day out here, but unlike the Cumbria Way that I did in the middle of the year a few months ago now, which runs through the Lake District, I know the Lake District very well, so I hardly had to consult the map for directions. Whereas this walk, like I say, it's all unknown territory. So I'm going to get to the Abbey. I think I'll stop there for a bite to eat and have some lunch and a drink and that. And I'm also going to take my tights off because my legs are starting to get hot now. It really is warming up. So if it gets any hotter, I'll have to put some sun cream on. But I ain't complaining. I'd rather put sun cream on than the waterproofs. So is that Bolton Priory or is that Bolton Abbey? I think that's the Priory and the area is Bolton Abbey. I think. Don't quote me on that. Right, I'm going to find somewhere to stop and have something to eat, probably under this tree. Stop here for half an hour I think, and then we'll crack on again. Right, fed and watered. Let's go. Now my sensible head is saying don't go across the stepping stones. But my not so sensible head is saying let's do it. What do you reckon? It could end in disaster. Looks like my not so sensible head won. Don't fall in. Halfway. Oh, it's pretty deep in the middle. Certainly be up to my knees. Oh. This doesn't seem like a good idea now. Last time I went across these, I was holding my daughter's hand, who was about 7 at the time, and carrying my son, who was about 5 at the time, with a rucksack on, with butties in and God knows what else. Oh, we're nearly there. Yay. Made it. That could have quite easily ended in disaster. Right, carry on. I think we cross back over the river shortly. At the moment it's on our left, or my left, and then we cross over the bridge and it's back on our right again. So when I stopped at Bolton Abbey, I didn't end up taking my tights off for 2 reasons. Firstly, there was too many people about for me to take my pants off, and secondly, once I'd sat for 20 minutes I started to cool down, and it was a bit of a reminder that we are in September. So I thought I'll just carry on with them on and see how it goes. But we're going through lots of woodland like this, which is obviously which is quite cool. So yeah, it's kind of hot on some sections where you're exposed to the sun, and then other sections it kind of feels a bit like autumnal. So yeah, I'm glad I kept them on. This is what they call the Strid. I've been keeping an eye out for this section where the river narrows. The currents really they'll like drag you down if you were to fall in it. It's quite a beautiful spot, but quite dodgy at the same time. Certainly don't want to go in there. Wow, look at that. Amazing. Nobody knows how deep it is. They estimate it's around 80 metres. There's like caverns and all sorts. So if you were going to fall in it, you'll just get sucked under. Pretty stunning that. What an amazing sight that is. Probably still hear it down there. Look at that. Wow. Right, back on the trail. Let's keep going. Now that is what you call a bridge, and we're about to go over it. How stunning is this? What a bridge. Kind of like castle-y like. Wow, amazing. Look at the detail that's gone into that. Absolute craftsmanship. It'd be made out of plaster Paris these days. That's just the end of the bridge. Wow. Right, onward. So I've just checked the map and I'm on this nice gravelly path next to the river, just after that bridge. But the official Dales Way is up there where those trees are. I don't see the point in going up. And then we walk along the top, and this path and that path meet up further down here, so I'm just going to stay on this one. It's a lot nicer by the river. So we've just hit 10 mile and we're middle of the afternoon now. So it's peak heat and my legs are getting pretty hot now, so I'm going to have to stop somewhere and get my tights off. Well, that feels better. Got a nice draft in all the right places. Can't believe how warm it is for September. Yeah, pretty warm today, and it is, like I said earlier, forecast to be like this all week. Yeah. Don't think we had it this warm in the middle of summer. So we've just come up from the river onto the road, sort of round, and then we're going back off the road and back down to the river again, which is kind of how it's been for most of the day. You're sort of walking along the river and then you cross over the river and then you come up from the river, bit of road section, and then back down again. Yeah, we're just on our way back down and then just keep following the river. Oof, how many steps? My knees certainly didn't like coming down that. Oof. So I've just come over that bridge and there's a sign saying Grassington 4 mile, but that's by car. But I'm guessing we've just done 13.5 mile, and I'm guessing we are about 4 or 5 miles from Grassington, and then it's about another 4-ish miles to Kettlewell. So yeah, we're getting there. So we're at the wobbly bridge. Right, let's see how much it does wobble. Oh, well, that's a weird feeling. Oh, oh, oh. Cracking view. Ah. But yeah, oh god. Yeah, it does wobble and bounces. Made it. Not as bad as it looks. Kind of wobbles side to side and bounces up and down at the same time. Yeah, bit of a strange feeling that. So I just passed a sign back there that said Grassington 1 mile. So we're nearly there. I know there's a little convenience store there, so I'm going to get a few bits and bobs and then we'll carry on to Kettlewell, which should be, according to my watch, about another 5-ish miles. So yeah, we're getting in there slowly. So we've made it to Grassington. I've just been in the local Nisa shop, which is across the road behind you. The guy in the shop reckons that Kettlewell is about 6 miles away, but according to my watch it's 7. But he could mean driving there. So he's estimating around 6:30 I'll get there. It's currently 4:30. So I'm just going to finish this and then we'll get going. Love the little village. Wish I had more time to have a wander around. This is somewhere you just never come to. Yeah, proper nice little village. A little pub up the road. But yeah, fortunately, we need to crack on, get going. Right, finish this and we'll get off. Right, we're leaving Grassington. What a lovely little village. Lots of little gift shops, loads of little pubs, ice cream parlour, lots of French people for some reason. Things are on holiday. Right, and one steep hill. Oh. These gates are getting smaller and smaller. I nearly didn't get through that one. And I don't know what springs the farmers put on the gates. But bloody hell, they don't have snap back behind you. That middle of nowhere. Beautiful tree. It's weird, isn't it? You always get one that survives and flourishes all by itself. Cool. So I'm a few miles out of Grassington now, and I think this is the area. I think it's called Coniston Pie, or we're getting close to that area. which is where I was going to consider wild camping, and it does, now I'm here, it does look like a possibility, but you're only about 4 miles to Kettlewell, so yeah, and it'll just make tomorrow even longer, so I've got time. We'll just keep plugging away and get to Kettlewell. So I've actually just made a mistake and I've come across all these rocks here. I came through a gate, there's a signpost, it looked like it said straight on, which was up, and onto these rocks behind me. So I've just ended up walking across them all, and what I should have done was stayed lower down and gone around them. So I'm actually making my way over now to the path. So yeah, going across them on tired legs, yeah, not recommended. Alright, let's pick up the path again. Let's get through this lot. Right, back on the path. So yeah, I should have come round, but I didn't, I went up there instead. So I've just got to drop back down again onto the path. So this is the area that I actually earmarked for wild camping. This is actually called Coniston Pike. I thought it was further back there, but it's actually here. You can identify it back here, that outcrop of rocks there behind me. Yeah, you could definitely wild camp around here. The only problem though that you'd have is I've not seen any water. There's no running streams or anything like that, so you would have to bring it with you. And I'm roughly about 5 miles out of Grassington now, so you'd have to bring it up from there. But yeah, lovely spot for a wild camp around here. All the fells and everything in the distance. Sun's starting to set over there. Yeah, lovely spot this. Definitely one for a wild camp if you you know, if that's your thing and you wanted to. Right, keep going. We should start dropping down in a bit into Kettlewell. I'm guessing we've got about 2.5 miles to go. So yeah, not that far now. So we're here, we've made it to Kettlewell. The sun's just gone down over that fell there behind me. It's just gone 7 o'clock and already I can feel the temperatures start to drop a little bit, starting to cool off. So the campsite should be about 1/4 mile ahead of me. I can't wait to get there, get the tent up and have something to eat. So we're here, Kettlewell camping. £12 for the night, just paid the owner. Quite a few other tents here. So not too many. So right, I'm going to get the tent pitched up, go and have a shower, and then I'll bring you back and we'll have a chat about today. So I've got all sorted. I've been and had a lovely hot shower. The facilities here are really clean. The toilets and everything are absolutely spotless. The only negative I'd say about the campsite is literally behind me. There must be some sort of church, because every half an hour you can hear the church bells chiming. So I'm going to be sticking the old earplugs in tonight, I think. Yeah, I imagine that's going to go on through the night. But apart from that, yeah, lovely sight. It's been a long day obviously for me, but the first day always is. Up at 4 o'clock this morning, caught the 5:30 train, 3 hours on the train, 3 different trains, and it was roughly about 10 o'clock before I started the walk. The walk into Grassington wasn't too bad. it was just basically following the river wharf. 1 minute you're on one side and then you cross over to the other side and you disappear out onto the road, bit of road walking and then back down along the river again. And yeah, it's been most of that all the way up to Grassington. But from Grassington to here, which was roughly just short of 7 miles, yeah, that was I wouldn't say it was hard, but yeah, I think staying at Grassington would have been a better option, but the campsite at Grassington's not open because of the time of year. It shuts like first week of September, so that was the reason for carrying on. But yeah, that last 7 mile was probably harder than the miles getting into Grassington, because it's just, as soon as you leave Grassington, you're just kind of going uphill for quite a long time till you get to that Coniston Pie sort of area, and then you start dropping down into Kettlewell. So yeah, I was quite glad to get here and get the tent up and get sorted and have something to eat and everything. So stats wise, I have done 22.55 miles, so 22.5 miles. I think my watch said it was going to be just over 23, so yeah, 22.5, not too bad for the first day. So I'm going to be up early again tomorrow, probably get on the trail again for around about sort of 7, half 7. I've got a couple of options for tomorrow. I've mapped it out as a 26-mile walk, but I think I might break that down and do it a bit shorter, because I didn't have long here before it went dark, and I got here just after 7 o'clock. It was about 20 past 7 by the time I got here. So yeah, I could do with getting to the campsites just a little bit earlier. So I've got some options tomorrow, but we'll see. Hopefully it's going to be a nice, another nice sunny day. It's forecast to be. So yeah, I'm going to get some very much needed shut-eye, and I shall see you all tomorrow for day 2 of the Dales Way.